Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're here at our Scottsdale studio. My name's Sam Kim, joined here today by Chris McCormick from golfmagazinegolf.com. Chris, what are we doing today?
We have the new Ping G440 woodline. So already have our bay prepped, did a little bit of ground testing to just kind of set the bar with G430. Now we're gonna go in 3 new models to test. Kind of excited to see what we get out of this today.
Yeah, super excited. Let's hop in the bay and take a look.
So testing 440 fairway wood, we've got 3 models to test against previous generation 430. So first up, we're gonna test LST. So LST is that low spin technology, and a couple of different additions in technology for 440 over what we had in the 430. So first thing you may notice is just a little bit different shape at address. So they really paid attention to the player that is going to be more that LST player, usually hits 3 wood off the tee. So what they actually did was they raised the face height just a touch to be a little bit more accommodating off of the tee for that particular player type. So what do you see at address there, Sam?
That was the first thing I noticed. I was gonna ask, looks like a deeper face.
There you go, there it is.
I'm used to the super shallow faced Ping fairway woods, but definitely a little deeper, which looks super friendly to hit off the tee. That felt nice.
Good swing right out of the gate. So one thing you may notice as well, they have a new technology that they're calling free hosel technology. So they've actually removed a good amount of weight from that hosel section internally inside of the head, which gave them an opportunity to redistribute that weight throughout the head for a lower, deeper CG, easier to launch, more forgiveness, reduction in twisting on that miss hit, so help with a little tighter dispersion downrange as well.
All good things.
All good things. Who doesn't want to hit it higher, further, straighter? So another addition to this LST family that a lot of players were really asking for in previous generations, LST now gets a 5 wood. So for that player that's looking for a little higher launch, but doesn't necessarily want spin to get away from them, 5 wood addition coming to the LST family. Good ball. Nice, that gives us a good sample. Let's pull up that comparison screen and see how these look next to each other. The straightaway here, I mean, to me, I'm looking at a couple of these numbers going, oh, that's pretty much what I expected with looking at some of the new tech under the hood. What do you see that's jumping out to you here, Sam?
Ball speed and launch. Launched a little higher, spin stayed the same, but faster, 2 miles an hour.
Higher launch, lower spin, and yeah, improvement in carry. And no complaints whatsoever. Sound was really good. I like that a lot. So feel on your side?
I think they did a really good job. I think it feels really nice. It's more of a muted sound, thuddier feel, a little more solid. Just feels solid. Feels really good.
Super easy to launch. Fun little interesting fact for you. Ping is the #1 fairway wood on every major tour.
Interesting, I did not know that.
So now, including LST 5 wood into the family, an improvement in shape, in sound, also giving that player that's gonna play that LST a little bit more face height to take it off of a tee more comfortably, that's a win. With that, let's jump into the Max and see how that stacks up. All right, so 440 Max is going to have the widest spectrum of offerings available to the players. So for the player that is looking for a little higher loft, a little more forgiveness than, say, that LST player, this guy goes from 3 wood all the way down to a 9 wood this year, and something that they're bringing back that I am so thankful for, 4 wood. So adding a 4 wood back into the mix. First impressions here with 3 wood, what do you notice compared to what we just hit in LST?
Back to face, it looks back to a Ping shallow fairway head.
Exactly.
Not as
Max
deep.
stays in that more shallow, easy to launch, forgiving family, for sure.
It looks very forgiving and very easy to hit.
Love that.
That felt great.
So fairway woods get a little bit of an upgrade this year when it comes to that face tech. So we were talking about the height differences, but they've actually changed the material in the face in addition to incorporating that carbon fly wrap all the way through the fairway wood family now as well. And there's a lot of tech packed into this fairway wood family this year. Love that sound. That's a good ball there.
Feels great.
Really good ball. Let's get one more good one here just to round out the sample, and then we'll take a look how these stacked up next to each other. That's a good ball to end on there. Nice. Oh, taking a look at our comparison screen here, a similar story to what we saw out of LST. So 430 Max versus 440 Max, what do you see that's jumping out to you?
Even bigger ball speed jump than LST. 3 miles an hour, that's a lot.
3 miles an hour in a fairway wood, one generation to the new one, that's That's a big jump.
Big jump.
Big jump. Spin, a little bit lower spin. Never a bad thing, giving us an extra 5 yards in the air. Max, interestingly enough, came down in launch a little bit. So we saw a jump in ball speed, didn't launch quite as high as what the 430 did, but extra 5 yards in the air, definitely something to consider.
Nobody's going to say no to that.
No, absolutely not. Like we talked about with the addition of that 4 wood and going all the way down to a 9 wood, tons of options out there for us.
Yeah, no question. We love that from a fitting standpoint.
100%. So to round out this test, let's jump back in the bay, hit SFT, and see how those compare. So last head to test in the new 440 family is going to be the SFT. SFT is that straight flight technology. These heads are going to have slightly different shape, little different footprint at address, slightly weaker lofts, just to help that player get more launch, more spin, and guard against that right miss. So at address, what do you notice compared to what we just tested in Max?
Two things stand out to me here. So the head to me looks a little bigger. But more so than that, when you set that club down behind the golf ball, it looks a little closed. It looks like it wants to help you hit it left.
For that player.
For the one who misses right, that looks great.
That's perfect, exactly. I mean, that's just auto draw.
That feels great.
Still, I can't help but comment on the sound. It just sounds solid.
Sounds great. A little bit higher launch there, maybe comes from that loft difference, right?
Yeah, we're at 16 degrees here. So we go 16, 19, 22, 3, 5, 7. So no 9 wood in the SFT. That player is more likely going to be in a hybrid at that point.
Yep.
So drop the 9 wood, go into that higher lofted hybrid, and just makes that set composition and that blend a little cleaner.
Auto draw.
That's just on repeat. Maybe you're an SFT guy, Sammy.
I will play whatever takes right out of the equation. That does feel really, really good. Feels great.
A lot of forgiveness here. Missed that one a little low on the face. Still kept it in play right down the middle. That didn't go offline much at all.
On grass is good.
Great ball.
There we go.
Gotta tell you, I want to hit fairway woods like that when I grow up.
I'm gonna get an SFT.
Think it might be something for you to consider, my friend. So straight flight technology. For Sam Kim, auto draw.
I love it.
This is a really cool piece of data to look at here. Another bump in ball speed, 3 miles an hour. Hey, walk us through. What do you see here?
Across the board, more ball speed, which means more distance, which is great. A little bit more spin. I think that probably comes from loft, right?
Sure.
But on par with 430. But the big thing is ball speed. It's faster.
Hey, across the board, LST, Max, SFT, faster, dispersion, tighter. I mean, jumping into this SFT, like we said, that thing just did not want to go right for you. And you're typically a fader of the golf ball and miss it right on the golf course, right?
Yep. My ball's going to move to the right, and if we can bring it back online, I'll take all the help I can get.
100%. And I mean, with an extra 5 yards in the air, definitely nothing to leave out on the table, that's for sure. Good test, good representation, G430, improvements to be had in 440, worth checking out. And if you would like a little bit more information on the new Ping G440 family, make sure click the link below. Had an opportunity to visit Ping HQ, take a deep dive into some of the tech with one of Ping's engineers, and a lot of good information in there.
When you're ready to hit your G440 fairway woods, find a TrueSpec location near you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon.